Okay, this is my second part. Response to. Let's type that in. Okay, race realism. Okay, race realism is race realism, or people in race realism, are they racist? Well, the definition of racism is the belief that one race is superior over the other race, or one race is superior over all races. Um, since IQ is so valued in Western society in terms of the measurement being this mythical measurement of intelligence, or this objective mythical measurement of intelligence, or intellectual capacity, for many anti-racists, they are racist. So Felipe Rustam would fit that bill. However, if race realism if race realists are only stating that IQ is one type of thinking, which is not objectively superior to other types of thinking, and they're saying that the white race or the Asian race are superior in that type of thinking, then they cannot be racist. Because if we go into gender realism, gender realism is accepted, a more accepted form of social theory, gender realism, you will see that many psychologists contend that men and women are superior in different areas, but they do not present it as male supremacy or female supremacy. For example, women are considered better at multitasking and grasping language. And I don't understand the evolutionary theory behind it, but I've read books that try to tie that into evolutionary theory. Men are supposedly more superior in logical thinking, and there's some visual spatial. Maybe I'm wrong. There's like there's a couple of things men are allegedly superior at based on genetics, but I think it's visual spatial. Maybe someone can correct me there if I'm wrong. But the bottom line is that they present these two types of thinking as different types of thinking. Some race realists may believe IQ is only a different type of thinking that Caucasians, based on a certain environment that they were in, are superior at. They do not value it as something that is an objective measurement of man. Like, for example, let's say a race realist may think that whites or Asians are superior in abstract and cognitive ability, but are not very good at judgment or wisdom, which non-Asians or non-whites are superior at. For example, Hispanics may be superior in wisdom and judgment. Blacks may be superior in street smarts. We call it street smarts. The bottom line is that this type of race realist doesn't see IQ as the ultimate measurement of intellectual capacity. They realize that there are other measurements of intellectual capacity. Like, for example, blacks may be better at social intellect, in terms of interacting with people, in terms of selling products. I'm just saying that may be a stereotype, but I'm just giving an example of how this race realist thinks. So we do not necessarily think that because they are race realists that believe IQ is directly linked to evolutionary theory, that means they find IQ an objective measurement of man. Now, me personally, I do not believe that IQ is number one. I don't believe IQ is an objective measurement of man, and I do not believe that whites or Asians have something wired in them, or because of their larger, so-called larger brain size, have an evolutionary advantage in IQ performance. I believe IQ performance is basically one type of thinking, which measures very little about someone's talent, to be honest with you. I mean, besides that, I believe that is a good measurement, a good tool to measure where someone is weak at in terms of learning, because some of the things that are in IQ can help someone learn, maybe learn faster, or learn in a more efficient manner, or just learn in a more learn with a stronger quality. So I'm not bashing the IQ test. I'm bashing the people who use the IQ test as the verdict of professional value or job performance. Yes, there's probably a little weak link between IQ and job performance, but I mean, we have to measure what field that is in. And I'm going off into a little tangent about this, but if it's in freaking selling cars, it's pretty much useless. If it is in how to hunt down animals in the jungle, it's pretty much useless. It's a utility. IQ and cognitive and reasoning ability and visual spatial, which probably is more probably more related to, you know, tribal societies, is still a type of thinking. And believe it or not, race realist. Well, I'm going to say race realist. I really should say white supremacists. Believe it or not, white supremacists, tribal societies, and even a lot of blacks have done guilty of mocking out tribal societies too, because we really don't respect tribal societies. A lot of tribal societies have sophisticated means of thinking which you have absolutely no clue of. I'm not going to name them because I don't need to waste my time. I'm not lying about it. I've heard about it. And I'm not going to go in depth about it because I feel I don't need to prove shit. Well, anyways, that's basically it for now. Yeah, that's basically it for now. So I'll do a part 3, and that'll be the rest of it. Bye.